Alright guys, so in this video here, I'm going to keep it real with you. So Dragon Ball Legends actually has been doing a phenomenal job of adding like small quality of life changes, and especially in PvP, we're seeing a lot more events like Battle Gauntlet, more story modes, and so on and so on. But to be honest with you guys, that's not enough. I still think they have a long way to go and a lot more things they do need to change. And in this video here, I'm going to be discussing what they should add to Dragon Ball Legends and why I'm baffled why they haven't added it yet. So honestly, like, if you guys like the video, share to your friends. I'm trying to get this out to the producers, trying to make the game better. So all you have to do is like the video, subscribe and all that good stuff. Just basically to try to push out the video, to get more eyes on it. So, but yeah, let's not waste any time. This is going to be like my top 5 with a few bonus, things that I wish Dragon Ball Legends were to add in the game, and I'm really hopeful they will, hopefully. So, first off, starting off with something really interesting, which I think it's very possible they could add, which is stage destructions and stage transitions. Now, obviously, this is very much possible. There's some stuff in Dragon Ball Legends where you can't, physically add to the game. Like maybe the great apes are too big for the screen, which we want great apes, but that's not the case because it's physically kind of impossible and it wouldn't really match. But stage transitions and stage destructions are actually very, very much possible, especially in a fighting game, especially in a Dragon Ball Z game, if I'm being quite honest with you guys. And it can work in a variety of ways. Like stage destruction could work maybe like if you use an ultimate and it doesn't finish off your opponent, the stage would be destructed. Obviously that's very, very simple stuff. Or even better, stage transitions, like if you are halfway health and there's a dual impact, and if you beat your opponent, you send them off like to a second sector of basically the stage, which would add a lot more. To be honest, it's not really that much of a big deal, but you would feel more gameplay. You really would, especially in a fighting game. These little small changes actually look really, really cool instead of just going around in this kind of like, although the stages do look phenomenal, they really, really do. But, all we're doing, guys, is like we're going around in a, basically a paper, 360 version of the map, which, doesn't give much life. And I believe these two things would very much give life to the game, or gameplay, that is. But also another, thing, which I don't think they're going to add, but I'm very hopeful that they do, is, landscape mode. Now, there are obviously some ways to get landscape mode. You've probably seen some videos here and there about landscape mode. That would be really cool to add, especially alongside stage destructions and stage transitions, because, that would look absolutely epic to play with your phone, vertical, or, however you want it. So, yeah, that'd be really cool. So next up is something that I've been wanting in this game for a very, very long time, guys, and it is tournaments. Yes, I still cannot believe this game does not have any tournaments, like legitimate tournaments, not Tournament of Power where that game mode, this little game. I'm not talking about that. I'm legitimately talking about, physical tournaments where there's a bracket system and you go online and you face, each other for prizes or special banners. Maybe if you land in the top 5 or top 3 or top 4 of the tournament, you get special tickets where you can only summon on a special tournament banner where there's, probably Jackie Chun, Master Roshi, a Kid Krillin, a Kid Goku, a Tien from the tournaments, and so on and so on. Like unique, specific characters you can only get from tournaments. Like that would give more, that, like, because there's places where kind of like Dokkan had those specific tournament characters where you can get only off of tournaments. So, but their tournaments works a little bit different. But that's a huge request from me. I've been asking this game for a very long time. So if the dev team is listening, please consider it. This is a Dragon Ball game. You guys need to add this to the game. You honestly really do. So keep that in mind. Next up is something that definitely needs to be adjusted, and it's been hinted and mentioned for a very long time, which is guild revamp. Now, the guild revamp, might as well just take the guild out of the equation, guys, because they literally do not do anything. They even give really, really dull rewards. I mean, the rewards are really dull. There's still rewards, actually it kind of helps sometimes where I need to, Z-power some of my units. But, guys, it's very, very dull. Like, I just hate clicking on the guild thing, like, and then the rewards, like having to pick 3 of your guild members, is really for 1 energy. It's really useless. I mean, it's like the most annoying thing in the game, I would say, honestly. Like, besides that and friendship ranks, which I'll make a whole video on. I legitimately will make a whole video on friendship ranks, on how you can actually make that valuable. And don't say it's more valuable in Tournament of Power now, because, you know, your Tournament of Power characters, if you have a high friendship rank, it will, you know, pretty much give them damage buffs, but it doesn't really feel like, you know, anything, you know, useful at all. Honestly, I'm just being very blunt with you guys. So there's that. Next up, we have animated titles. I wish we can go to our, you know, I think it's is it custom? No, it's other, and then we go to status. Yeah. So if we go here and we go to our titles, I wish we can like have some animated titles. Like, maybe if you land in the top 1000, instead of having a dull, boring silver title, it has like little flames or electricity like around it. That would be way cooler. Like, honestly, like that would actually just, you know, these little small changes makes the players want to grind that much more, in my opinion. So that's another big thing right there. Another thing, since we're on the topic of animated titles, which kind of ties into it, is good games, good parties, and, you know, good skill. Now, obviously, you can only display your good games, but why is there 3 different elements of good games, good party, and good skill where you can't display it? Why not be able to, you know, why can't we just go and switch out, you know, our good games and good party and all that stuff? Like, why can't we do that? I wish we could do that. Like, that is so, it's like such an easy thing to do in the game, and I'm pretty sure they've discussed it before, because we can show off our good games, but we can't show off the rest, which is really weird. So that's another thing. Another thing is something huge that I wish they do more of, which is more collaborations. Meaning, so like, I want to see more stuff from, you know, Dragon Ball Heroes, like kind of like Dokkan does, like Beerus and Whis fused, for goodness sakes. I mean, just to see a unit like that would actually be really cool, and you can make some really fun like videos with that kind of stuff, and it just adds a little bit more dimension to the game. Maybe a fusions, you know, Dragon Ball fusions or Dragon Ball Hero characters. Or, you know, we already got Z Fighters and Android 21, which technically is a collaboration, and as well as Kakarot Goku, which is also a collaboration. But, you know, I'm talking about a little bit more deep depth in terms of collaborations, like maybe, you know, God Trunks with the red hair or something like that. Like, I mean, it would be a little bit difficult because they have to add on like voices and stuff like that, but, you know, it's definitely doable. You know, it's not undoable. It's definitely doable, unless there's some like legal stuff to go around that. But yeah, that's something I would love to see more inside the game, is more collaborations. But that's going to wrap up the video, guys. I give you like 6 or 7 things I would add on to the game. You know, if you guys want to comment down below what you guys would add on, or if you guys want to go to my Twitter right here, go ahead, go comment. Link is in the description down below. I'm really curious to see what you guys are going to come up with. You know, maybe fixing the rising rush is another one, like matches without rising rushes. I've been seeing a lot of suggestions everywhere. So yeah, let me know what you guys think here also in the comment section down below. I'll be reading them shortly when I wake up. So yeah, I'll definitely catch you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Peace.